Hey, hello, and I just wanted to share some information with you. I get this question a lot, and it's about soy. And is soy good for you, Dr. Harless? And it depends on several things, actually. Yes, and there's many studies I want to link into what I'm sharing with you. And now, old research, medically, they would talk about how soy could cause cancer because it was phytoestrogens, and phyto is false plant and estrogen. Basically, if you have high estrogen in the cells, then in the body, it can cause cancers, all your hormonal cancers like breast and colon and thyroid and prostate and all these. And when you have high obesity rates, that's another thing that drives up estrogen and cancer. And this is a whole other topic, but I just want to get to the nuts and bolts and keep this simple. But with soy actually acts as a serum, and it depends upon the type of soy you're getting. So, most soy in this country, in America, in the Western world, it's all genetically modified organisms, GMOs, and that your body doesn't recognize. And that causes systemic inflammation, which rises estrogen and obesity rates and cancer. Okay. One of the products that I use, and the reason I do this is I've researched it extensively. I take it, my daughter takes it, my wife takes it every day, is Juice Plus. And I want to explain why it is that I use this, okay? The soy in here is non-GMO. It's verified also by an ELISA test. On top of that, it's also, not only is it non-GMO, it's how it's processed. This is water washed. It's more expensive, and it's a whole soy. It's not isolated. When you're isolated, that's a simple way of saying it's a cheap way of doing it, okay? It's isolated. It's basically, it's the garbage part of it. The other thing most companies do is they use hexane oil. Hexane oil is heated and it extrapolates the soy and the protein out, and it's also a known carcinogen, hexane oil. So I would recommend staying away from that. So when people are worried about soy, everything you eat in a box basically has soy in it. Okay, so this soy here, let me pose this question to you. UMD Anderson in Texas actually did a study using our Juice Plus Complete on women who had cervical cancer, and they were survivors. And they found that at the end of the study, they had higher amounts of protein synthesis by using soy. The reason we use soy is because of fiber content, and also it's got all 9 essential amino acids, which means that your body can take those amino acids that it can't develop itself and make over 30,000 different proteins. And this is a plant-based. Most people use whey, which is dairy, which is actually one of the most literally inflammatory processes and substances you can use. That's a whole other video series. However, what happens as well in using this soy? Well, for instance, why would a major cancer university study this on cancer patients if they thought that it was detrimental to their health, right? Another big study is called the LACE study. This stands for Life After Cancer Epidemiology, and these were breast cancer surviving women. They took 2,000 of them, and they put them on tamoxifen, you may have heard of. Tamoxifen, see the way soy works, it's a SERM. That stands for selective estrogen reuptake modifier. What that does is it basically, all cells in your body have 2 receptors for estrogen. And what this does, it binds to those receptors and blocks estrogen from entering the cell and increasing estrogen rates and inflammatory rates and cancer rates. So here's what happens. When they introduced, and tamoxifen, by the way, is known on the World Health Organization, WHO, is a known carcinogen. So when they added the soy and the tamoxifen to the women's diets, they reduced cancer rates by 44%. So I thought, wouldn't it make more sense to go more into using whole food products like this that are NSF certified and verified, and that's a whole other topic, in advance of using something like tamoxifen that's known to be a carcinogen with side effects. Another study they did was a Shanghai study where they took 5,000 women who had breast cancer and they were survivors, and they added soy into their diet. When they added soy, the rates and the cancer would reduce. If soy is so bad, think of all the reoccurrences we've heard of sexual disorders and things, and involvement with children that have dairy allergies, okay, and they're allergic to those things. There's never been a case study done on soy. In Japan, the average man eats around 40 grams of soy per day. In America, we don't get near that. Also, on top of that, females eat a ton of that as well. And they have some of the lowest cancer rates on the planet. Another thing that we look at, guys, is you're, as a male, supposed to get 38 to 40 different grams of fiber per day to feed your healthy gut bacteria. A woman around 25 to 30. Juice Plus Complete Shakes have 8 grams of fiber. 6 are soluble, which means that your upper GI tract breaks them down. And then 2 grams are insoluble, which means that the upper GI tract can't break it down, but it gets all the way to the colon to help with colon health. Just again, ask yourself, why would these major studies be done at universities and around the world if soy was that detrimental? Just know your sources, know what you're getting. That's imperative. NSF is what Juice Plus is actually third-party tested for. And what that tells you as a consumer, as a parent, there's no herbicides, pesticides, heavy metal, mildew, mold, or even bacteria. And they check it even for radiation. And what's on that product is the only thing in the product, what's on the label, and the only thing in the product's on the label. I know it sounds like a play on words, it's not. And less than 1% of all food is NSF certified. I hope this has touched your life today. I hope this can make some sense. Please share this information with others. Reach out to me on Facebook. I'm Kenny Harless. You can also find me at #TodayWithDrK, and I pray in every day and every way you're getting better and better. Have a blessed and wonderful day.